band. Start standing with our band. It's a good idea to have a band that's as long as possible. Mine's super long, but if you have a band that is at least as tall as you are, right, as long as you are tall, ideal, at least that long, okay? So we're going to start with our feet in baby first position or Pilates stance. So bring your heels together if you can, if they will come together, and your legs are as close together as you can, right? Bring into a little baby first position, little turnout. So we're just kind of squeeze those legs together, lift tall through the spine. We're holding the band in front of us like this, elbows close to our side, lifting tall, lifting the heart. Good. And then we're just going to lift and lower the heels as we open. So on the inhale, we're going to float the heels up as you open and exhale down as you release the band, right? So this is a rotator cuff strengthener, keeping your elbows tight by your side. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Lifting the heels as you open. I'm trying to lift my heels. Exhale, close. Good. So nice full breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. Find how much resistance is good for you here. You don't want it too tight, but you do want some resistance. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Lift the heels and lower. Good. And then go ahead and let your arms relax. Grab hold of your band this way. And you're going to probably want to loosen it. So we're going to lift the band up as we slide our shoulder blades down and pull our rib cage in and down, right? So you feel the rib cage over your pelvis. And then you might need to loosen up the band to take it behind your back, right? And down, and then lift up. So just slowly moving, opening our shoulders, bringing it in front again. And again, lifting up, shoulder blades go down. As we inhale, exhale, we take it behind us. Good. Inhaling, lift, keeping our rib cage aligned with our pelvis, and lower down. And then we'll bring it up over our head again. This time we'll hold it here. So again, rib cage over the pelvis, shoulder blades down the back, and take a side bend. We're still in our first position. If you can, keep that position and lift up. And then taking it over to the other side, little side bend. And exhale up. And then we'll do a little twist. So inhale tall, exhale twist and look behind you. And back to center. Inhale here, exhale twist. And center. Now widen your feet. You're still in a little turnout. Now second position, right? And we're going to pull the band apart as we bend our knees. You might be able to bend more than I can and release it as we straighten. So inhale, pull down, find your resistance. Wrists keep in line with the arms and the hands, right? Don't let the wrist bend. Inhale and exhale. If you can, take it behind your head without moving your torso, right? You might try that and lift up and then in front, inhale and exhale. Again and back if you can, right? So we're really opening our shoulder here. Two more, maybe in front, exhale up and behind and lift up. Hold your right arm up, take your left arm down as you lift your left heel and release. Right arm down as you lift your right heel and release. Two more. Left heel lifts as you pull that arm down and back. Right heel lifts as you pull your right arm down and release. Go ahead and release the arms. Bring your band under one foot, whatever foot you want to start with, and hold on to the band. And we're just going to do a little balance here. So you're going to hold on to it kind of taut, but not too taut. And then float your leg up in front of you and just bend and straighten the knee. So we're inhale, focus on a point in front of you, right, to help you balance. Maybe your foot is barely off the ground. That's okay. And then we'll switch. So bringing the other foot on the band. Again, you might focus on a point, lift that leg out in front if you can. I can't. And bend and straighten the knee. So inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Yeah, just a good way to practice a moving balance, right? A little movement with our balance. Breathe. Okay. And then go ahead and bring that foot down. And we'll go ahead and come off the band here. And we're going to come to our mat so you can, or wherever you are. I decided I don't want a mat because I'm too tired of fussing with it. But just leave your band somewhere. And we're going to roll down. So inhale here, exhale as we roll down, letting the arms and head and shoulders relax. And just hang here. You're going to bend and straighten the knees a little bit. And hang, releasing our head and neck. And breathe. And then walking our hands away from our feet into a pike or down dog. So we allow the knees to be slightly bent. Lift the tailbone. And then letting the heels walk down toward the ground as we move, let our body just kind of shift and move around. Stretching the heels down. If you want, you can shift your body weight forward and back as well. You can kind of rock toward the hands, back toward the heels. Whatever feels good to you. Hopefully your head and neck can relax. Just dangle. And then we'll walk our hands a little farther out, maybe into a high plank or a full version of plank, whatever works for you. And just taking a couple breaths here, just leaving the hips, bring the hips down, however far feels good, doable, and just taking a couple of deep breaths. Great. And then we'll come down to the ground, onto our knees, and around to our back. Grab hold of your band. Hello, band. Okay. We're going to come onto our back, feet close to our hips in alignment with our sits bones. And if you have a super long band like I do, you might want to fold it in half. You don't have to. Okay, so we're going to hold the band. And we're just gently pulling the band apart a little bit, right? You just feel a little bit of resistance. And then bring your arms behind your head. Good. And inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to press the hips up and bring your band across your thighs. Good. And then we're going to articulate our spine down as our arms go back over our head. So it's a moving bridge with the band, right? Inhale, exhale, press the hips up as you bring your band to your legs and articulate the spine back down, arms over the head. Just continue to bridge up and move your arms here. Again, gently pulling on the band, articulate down as arms go back over the head. Nice full breath, pressing up. Good, articulating down, arms over the head. One more time, pressing up. And this time we'll articulate our spine down and just bring our arms straight to the ceiling. So go ahead and let the spine melt down. Great. And then pressing our back into the mat, we lift one leg into tabletop, other leg into tabletop with our feet flexed. Pressing your low back gently into the mat, imprinting the spine. You're going to reach your arms back as your right heel reaches down for the ground. Now your arms don't have to touch the ground. They just go back however far. You can keep your spine and rib cage on the mat and then back to center. Right, exhaling that left heel away as you reach your arms back. Feel your rib cage, feel your spine on the mat. Inhale back. So alternating our heel touches. Reaching away with that right foot. Again, you don't have to touch the ground. You just want to really focus on your back, feeling your back, your rib cage, your shoulders on the ground and moving away from your center, right? Exhale away. And keeping your low back stable, right? Moving from our core and back. Good. I like to exhale away, inhale back up, but breathe however works for you. Last one. So, or until you're even on both sides. And then when you come to the top, you're going to put your right foot on the ground. And you're going to take your arms back and stretch that left leg long toward the mat. Inhaling, exhaling it back up. Inhale, reach away, stretching your left leg. Exhale it straight to the ceiling as you move your arms. So we're moving in opposition. And then we reach that leg away and we bend. Now, if you want more challenge, next time you bring your leg up, bring your right leg up to tabletop. It's a little more challenging. Stretch that leg away as you stretch your arms away. And knee bends. Stretch it away. Leg straight. Right? And reach out. Knee bends as you bring your band and knee up. Stretch it away. Leg straight. Stretch it away. Knee bends. Stretch it away, and we're breathing, leg up. Good. Stretch it away, knee bends. One more time to the ceiling. Exhale up. Great. And then you're going to bring that knee into a bend. Bring your arms to the ceiling. And then let's put our left foot on the ground and do the right side. So you're going to stretch it away. Knee bends, a little coordinating here, reach it away. And if you want it to be a little more challenging, go ahead and bring that left leg into tabletop, reach it away, knee bends. Inhale and exhale. Just breathing with the movement. Reach it away, bring it together. Good, warming up here. Bends. I should have been counting on the other side, but anyway, we'll try to make it even. Okay, reach it away. Feel your spine on the mat. Feel your rib cage on the mat. One more time. Reach it away. Knee bends. Now last time, legs straight. Great, and then go ahead and bend your knees and take a little break. Just hug your knees, rock your body. Yeah. And then we're going to wrap the band around our feet. If you have a long enough band to do a foot wrap, great. If you don't, you just need to put it underneath your feet. But if you can, put it under your feet and then take the ends and wrap them around your feet like that, right from the outside to the inside, under the foot like that. So your feet are wrapped. If that works for you, we're coming into frog position with our heels together. So gluing the heels together, knees open, toes pointed out, elbows down. Just pulling your heels in as you inhale and stretching out on your exhale. Again, feeling your spine on the mat. Inhale, pull in. Nice opening of the hips. Exhale, stretch and kind of squeeze those legs together. Right, inhale, pull in. Find your resistance. How much resistance? Find the angle that your legs need to be at so you feel your spine on the ground, inhale, but you feel your abs a bit, exhale. And then adding to that, when we stretch out, we're going to lift the legs, lower the legs, and bend in. Keep going a few more. So press out and lift up and lower back down and bend. And exhale and inhale. Pull it in, stretch it out, and lift. Good. Feeling our hips open a bit here and lift. Next time we lower, bending our knees where we started, we're going to stay here. You might tighten up a bit and keeping our heels together. We're just going to anchor those arms down and just take your legs over to one side a little bit and back. So a little twist, right? Side to side, hanging onto your band, keeping your heels together. Inhale and exhale. Just a gentle side to side twist. All right, and then when you come back to the top, go ahead and have your legs be parallel. You can keep your hold of your band, and we're just going to press the band and lift up and pull the band back and down, right? And then release. Good, and again, press up and pressing into the band as you pull it down and back, and lie back down. So you want to exhale when you come up, right? Inhale, lie back down as you release. Find your resistance. Pull down and back and release. Pull down and back and release. Good. This is like you're pretending you're on the reformer, right? If you've ever been on the reformer, and pull and release. One more. Great. And when you release back down onto your back, you can go ahead and bring your feet on the ground. And if you can, just kind of slide those legs down the ground and hang on to your band, right? And then we'll use our band to roll up. So just pull yourself up with the band. Great. And then we'll, I'm just adjusting my body here. And you can have your feet wrapped if you want to keep them. If they happen to be wrapped, you can keep them that way, or you can just put the band underneath your feet. And we're going to cross it, right? So you cross your band, whether you're wrapped or not. And legs are going to be straight. And just start by gently pulling yourself forward, right? Just stretch our legs a little bit. So you might keep your back flat. You might round, whatever feels good to just kind of give yourself a little stretch to help us sit up tall, right? So just giving that the legs a little stretch will help us sit up tall. That's what we want to do, is we want to hold our band fairly taut with our back straight, because we're going to work on our postural muscles in the spine, along the spine. So bands fairly tight. Press your legs into the ground, lift your spine tall, and just pull on your band. So elbows close to your side and lifting tall, pressing legs into the ground, release. So inhale, pull and lengthen, pressing legs into the ground, feeling the back muscles engage, and release. A few more times. Pull and lift. And release. So we're just trying to strengthen those little muscles along our spine that help us stand up tall and all that stuff, right? So pull and release. Good. Pull. Even if you don't feel like you can sit up tall, do this to the best of your ability. All right, and then we're going to take the band that's crossed on top, hold the other band still, and you're going to take hold of the band that's crossed on top, and you're just going to pull into a twist. So keep lengthening the spine, keep pressing legs into the ground. We're just adding a twist to that, and then release, and keep going on that same side. So pull and release. Again, lengthening, pressing the legs into the ground, a little twist, pull the elbow back and release. Pull back and release. And then switch so your other band's on top. You just need to recross. So the other band's on top, and we'll do the other side. Hold this side still. And then we're going to pull back and release. Probably want to exhale as you twist, right? Inhale, exhale, twist. Holding tight this other side so the band doesn't move. Exhale, twist. Good. A couple more. Lengthening the spine. Right, and then when you come back to face forward, you can kind of release a little bit on the band so it's not so taut, and just let your tailbone curl under you, right? So you just rounded back a little bit, and we're gonna maybe loosen up the band a bit. We're just gonna pull back and down and release. All right, so it's just a simple rowing, pull and release. Keep the tailbone curling under, right? And shoulders relaxed, or at least down. Pull and release. Good. One more time. Pull and release and come up. And then we'll let the legs bend a little bit. And we're going to hold the band not too tight, not too loose here, but you can change it. Inhale, exhale, curl back to the tailbone again, right? And then we're just going to twist and pull the band into that diagonal. One arm up, one arm down, and back to center, and twist and pull, and back to center, and twist and pull, so that one arm goes up, one arm goes down, and center. Cheerleader, and pull. My legs are together, so you might want to keep your legs together to help support you, right? Great. Little twist. Last one. And then coming center, go ahead and bring yourself back up. And then we'll do one more thing, bicep curls. So you have your band in front of you like this. And we're going to round back to our sacrum again. Elbows in line with the shoulders, and just bend and straighten, right? So bicep curls, but inhale and finding how much resistance. Good. One thing, if you have a band that's too resistant, it's too hard, you're going to find that you're going to really start to get tired, and your neck's going to start hurting and stuff. So you got to get the right amount of a resistant band that works for you too. All right, and then go ahead and this time release and come up. Great. And then we'll just do a few roll-ups using our band. So you might want to let your knees bend, and as you come up, straighten as you go down, or whatever you like to, however you like to do roll-ups, but using the band, inhaling, exhaling as we round all the way back, and then take a nice deep breath and pulling on our band as much as we need it, and exhale up. But I like to let my knees bend when I go down and straighten when I go up, so because it's easier on the back. So just do whatever feels good to you here, and going at your own pace using your band. Nice deep breath, Shoulders relaxed, chest open. Good. One more like this, and then we're going to change it a little bit. So exhaling back. Exhaling up. Great. And then when you come up, you're going to take the band off of your feet. If it's long, you might want to fold it in half. And now we're going to roll up holding the band. So you're going to kind of gently pull the band apart here as you inhale tall, exhale around back. Again, your legs can bend and straighten or do whatever they need to do. Bringing our arms up and back a little bit. Inhale, lift, exhale, pull that band apart to help you come up on your exhale. Hook the band around the feet, and you're going to pull yourself toward your legs and flatten the back and lift up. Pull into that stretch. And then release, inhale, exhale back. We'll do that a few times. So again, gently pulling the band apart, especially when you roll back up to help you come up, right? Exhaling up, hook the band around the feet, pull yourself toward your legs, lift and flatten that back, pull. Yeah, and then release, exhale back. Arms go a little bit back, and then we inhale, exhale up. Hook around that feet and lift up and pull. Great. And then go ahead and sit up from here. When you come up to the top, put your band around one foot, cross it, lift it up and come onto your back. Even though I don't have a mat, my body's migrating. Okay, so we're going to stretch our leg a little bit here. You can bend and straighten the leg and do whatever feels good to you. And move your foot, flex and point the foot. Tilt it side to side. Okay, whatever feels good to you to stretch that leg. And give your foot a little movement. And then we're going to get our leg as straight as we can, as close to that 90-degree angle as we can. And then with the foot flex, take it across the body. Just letting your leg go as far as you can until your knee starts to bend, or you really feel that sensation going up the side of your leg into your hip. And stop and breathe into that stretch. You should feel that. If you're not feeling it, then your knee might not be straight, or your leg might not be high enough, right? All right, then lift up and let your leg open out to the side, keeping the left hip down or your other hip down. You're not you're doing the other side. And then keeping that leg high and straight as possible. We open our hip here. Yeah. All right. And then we'll lift the leg up and we'll just do a few circles. You might loosen your band a little bit, but whatever amount of tautness you want, and then take it across, sweep it down, around, and back to the top. So anchoring that standing leg and letting our band help us circle the leg here. A nice big circle. And then we reverse at the top, do a few the other direction, take it out, down, cross and lift. Full breath, relax shoulders. Good. And then next time our leg comes to the top, you're going to bend your standing leg, bring your foot close to your hip, and this leg is still in the air. You might tighten up the band slightly. Now press the hips up so we're in a bridge to whatever amount you can lift your hips, whatever, doesn't matter how high, right? And we're going to lower the hips down as we inhale and press up on our exhale, right? Inhale, lower, exhale, press up. Inhale, lower, exhale, press up. So using really feeling our glutes and the hamstrings there. Good. And then next time you press up, lower your your leg down to about a 45 angle or whatever feels good to you. Bend your knee and press out. And inhale, bend, exhale, press. So the higher your leg is, it might be a little easier. I don't know. Just find what works for you. Press out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Good. Great. Last one. And then when you bend the knee, go ahead and lower the hips down. Hug your other knee in. Take a little stretch. And then straighten that leg, rock yourself up to sitting by lowering the legs, straightening the legs and coming up. And then we'll switch to our other foot. Our band is crossed, and you're just gonna lift the leg and rock back. We stretch this, give this leg a little stretch. And of course you really need it at this point, right? Bend and straighten. Move your foot in your band. You can roll through the foot. And tilt it side to side, whatever feels good to you. Yeah. Trying to anchor this standing leg down. All right, and then getting our leg as straight as we can with the foot flexed. We're going to take it across the body until we find that stretch. Stop and breathe there. Keeping your legs straight. Getting into the sciatic nerve channel. And then lift up, opening the leg out to the side, keeping our other hip down. That leg high, straight. Great. Right, and then lifting up. I'm going to do a few circles, so however tight you want your band to be, right? Taking that leg across, sweep it down, around, exhaling back to the top. Your knee might need a little bit of a bend in it, and that's fine, right? Whatever the working leg needs to do. But we'll try to keep that standing leg anchored. Shoulders relaxed. And then when we come to the top, taking the other direction, out, down, across, and lift. Good. The band can really help that leg sort of relax a bit, right? So that the femur sinks into the hip socket. All right, and then when you come to the top, you might gather up your band a little bit, bring your other foot close to your hip, lift the hips up, however high they will go, and then lower down and press up on the exhale, right? So inhale, lower, exhale, press up. Lower, press up, and your arms are pressing into the ground to help you. Good. might be a small movement. That's okay. And then next time we press up, we're going to bring our leg down at some angle, right? Whatever feels good to you. Bend the knee and press out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press into the band. Good. Hips are off the ground, however high they are. Right? Press. Good. Feel a strengthening in that leg that's on. It's working. All right. Next time we bend, we're going to let our hips lower down. And you might take a little stretch of that leg in. Yeah. And then we're going to roll up by holding onto our band, lowering the leg, and rocking up. All right. And let's just hook the band. One last little stretch around the feet, taking your band, just kind of gently pulling maybe towards your legs, right, to give yourself a stretch. All right. And then we're going to come, actually keep your band around your feet. Let's do some fun things here. Okay, band crossed around the feet, bend the knees. We're going to do little crunchies. Okay, so we're going to roll back and bring our legs up as we come back to our shoulder blades, right? So if your band's long enough, you can always wrap your band around your hands for extra support. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to straighten our legs and pull ourselves up into teaser. And elbows are close by our side, right? And then we're just let our knees bend, go back to our rib cage on our inhale, and then come up again on our exhale, right? So just kind of bringing yourself into teaser and then rolling back, bending the knees. Nice deep breath, press and roll up. Good, inhale, roll back, bend the knees. Exhale, press and roll up. We're nice and strong now, right? Inhale, roll back. One more. Exhale, press up into our teaser. And your knees might not be straight. You might need to bend your legs, and that's okay, right? And then just roll back to your rib cage. If your legs can be straight, great. And you're just going to kind of lower them down and lift them back up. And lower them down. Exhale them up. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time. And lift up. And go ahead and let them lower. And as they're lowering, see if you can just pull yourself on up to sitting. There we go. All right. Now you can unhook your band off of your feet. Getting a little aerobic there. Okay, so we're going to come onto our side and we're just going to slip the band underneath our knees like that for clam, because we like to do clam with the band. And our knees are stacked, our heels are lined up with our tailbone, our torso's in a straight line, right? Let's be up on our elbow. If you can, be up on your elbow. Right, and holding on, finding your resistance. Top heel is going to press into the bottom heel to open and close, and just find your resistance. How tight you feel like it should be for you. Open and close. Kind of keeping that rib cage a little lifted. Close. Just pressing that band open. And breathe. Really good hip strengthener. If you need a hip strengthener, this is the one to do. Good. This is the one for you. Okay, and then next time you close, you can relax your legs, unhook the band, and you're just going to bring it underneath your forearm. So lay it down. Lay it down wherever, put your arm on it, hold on to it. So we still have our legs in this position. We're going to hold the band here, like like that. So you're gonna pull it across your chest like that, right? Straight out from your shoulder like that. So we're going to, as we pull it out, we're going to stretch our leg down the mat, down the ground, and then bend it in. So inhale and exhale. Breathe however you want, just breathe. So finding how much resistance with that band as you move your leg in and out. Keeping the rib cage a little bit lifted, right? So we're not just sinking down. And then we're going to take that leg slightly behind you as you reach through your heel, press it back a little bit. So same thing, only our leg is reaching a little bit back. So we're going to open and close. Press and bend. Good. And breathe. Press it back. And then we're going to stay back on this one. You have the option of lifting your hips up or not. And you're just going to touch that leg slightly back. You're going to touch down and lift. Or just kind of float it up and down. And you're holding that band. So your hips can be up if that's doable for you, or you can just keep them on the ground. Reaching that leg back, kind of reaching through your heel. Maybe your head wants to move, look down and look back, and whatever feels comfortable. Okay, lower down, bend the knee, let your arm relax. Yeah, and we're going to come up and just take a little hip stretch. So if you want to cross that leg over, or if you want to pound on your hip, yeah, whatever feels good to your hip. You like to stack your legs and fold forward and pretzel. Or just lift your knee and maybe do a little twist. Whatever kind of hip stretch you like. And then we're going to come to the other side. Put the band back around your knees, behind your knees, and find your half bend with the heels lined up with the tailbone, knees hips stacked, torso pretty much in a straight line as much as possible. And holding on, you're going to open and close. Find your resistance, lift the rib cage, finding the resistance. Normally, people would tie their band or have a looped band. If you happen to have a looped band, you could use that. It's made for this, but yeah, the only thing is I don't like to tie the band because, you know, you get a knot and sometimes you can't get it out. So we don't do that. So just breathing here, open and close. And then next time you close, relax the legs, taking the band out and just putting one end of it under your arm so you can anchor it down and hold on to it. And you're just holding it here and here. Okay. And we're just going to extend that leg as we pull the band apart and then bend it. And keeping the rib cage lifted, find your resistance amount. Straight out from the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Kind of a full body thing, right? And then we're going to bring our legs slightly back and press through that heel, right? Slightly behind you. Inhale, exhale. A little bit of a diagonal back, right? Breathe. And then stay there. Option to lift your hip off the ground or not. and just kind of float that leg up and down. This side doesn't want to go up. So you might be different on one side than the other as well. Floating that leg up and down as you breathe. And also one side with the band, the amount of resistance might be different than the other. You always have to be aware of all these things while we're working. Okay, relax your leg, let that knee bend, let your arm relax. And we'll come up and just take a little hip stretch on that side. So whatever way you like to do that on this side. And again, you can pound your muscles a little bit too. That feels good to you. Okay, and then we're going to take our band again behind our back, and we're going to come onto our belly, but to bring it across your back like that, and you want to sort of wrap it around your arm like that, right? So it looks like that. So you have a good grip, a good support of the band. We're going to come onto our belly this way. And we're going to have our elbows close into our sides, kind of pulling down toward the waist, right? I think I'm far enough back here. Okay, holding onto the band and in a swan position, basically. And we're going to just press our head and shoulders a little bit up off the ground, our chest up off the ground. Forgot to mention you might need a folded up towel or blanket under your chest, right? And then we're just going to reach our right arm out and bring it back. Reach our left arm out and bring it back. Find your resistance. Right arm out. You're just going to sort of punch it out, right? Left arm punches out and back. Right arm and back. Left arm and back. Take a little rest. And then again, lift the head and chest. Both arms press out. Pull back, press out. So you're just keeping your arms off the ground, right? They're hovering. Just reaching out, pulling back, reaching out, pulling back. Because it's really important that we do some weight bearing on our spine. Back, one more time. Pull it back and lower down. And again, pressing the head and shoulders up. This time we're going to punch straight out to the side. So left arm straight out from the shoulder and bring it back. Right arm straight out and bring it back. Staying lifted. Left arm punches out to the side and back. Right arm, back. Left arm, right arm. And take a little break. Again, pressing up. And of course, we're going to do both arms, right? So arms stay hovering off the ground. You're going to punch out and pull it in. And straight out to the side and back. And breathe. Looking down somewhere comfortable for your neck. And pull it in. And reach out. Pull it in. Reach out. Pull it in. One more. Reach out and pull it in and relax for a moment. And press the head and shoulders out. And this time, reach your arms out over your head and lower them down. And maybe your hands kind of slide in so you can lift up a little bit, right? So we're kind of in that baby swan, baby cobra position. And we're a little bit lifted off the ground. And then you're just gonna float one arm up, take it out, reach for your foot, follow it back, circle it back around, up where you started. And then the other arm, float it up, reach it toward your foot, follow it back, circle it back around, press into the ground. See if we can do a couple more. Float that first arm, reach back toward your foot, circling it up and back. Float your other arm, reach back, lift it up, and bring it back. And we're gonna relax down. Slide your hands in, lift up, good. See if you can lift your right leg, reach and lift it, and relax. Reach and lift your left leg, and relax. Reach and lift both legs. Good, and relax, good. And then letting the elbows come down, keep hold of your band, bring yourself to your all fours. So now the band is still behind our back, but you might loosen it a little bit. You're gonna round your back, curl the tailbone under, press back a little bit toward the heels, come up, and arch. So a cat-cow is a little movement, so a little extra movement. So curling the tailbone, rounding and pressing back toward the heel, lifting up, and come into an arch. Good. Keep going with the breath. Round, press back, round, back up, and arch. One more time. Round, back, coming up to our all fours in neutral. So we're going to find how much resistance you want on your band by reaching one arm out and lifting it in front of you and lowering it down, and then reaching your other arm out. So you find your resistance here. You might need to tighten, you might need to loosen the band, just kind of find it so you feel it. All right, and then we're going to add the opposite leg. So as we reach one arm out, our opposite leg reaches up, and then we bring everything back, and other side, right? Opposite arm, leg. Breathe. And bring it back, reach it out. Holding our torso steady, reaching out from our center. Then we're going to make it a little more challenging. So next time we come back to the ground, whatever side you're on, you're going to reach it out, lift, and take your arm and leg out to the side, and then bring it back and lower down. Other side, reach it out, take arm and leg to the side, bring it back and lower down. Keep going, reach it out, bring it to the side and back down. And breathe, reach it out to the side, back and down. Couple more. So we're just moving our arm and leg in opposition, right? Kind of little balance challenge. Bring it back. Good. And then when you're even on both sides, come around to sitting with your band in this position. Just going to keep it here for a little bit. Come around to sitting with your legs in a diamond. So the knees are in a half bend, feet away from us a little bit. And just stretch forward over your legs a moment. All right. And we'll sit up with our arms out. I feel like one of those pom-pom girls. Okay, so sitting tall here. Inhale, tall, exhale, twist. Band is sort of a guide, right? And back. Inhale, tall, exhale, twist. And back. Shoulders relaxed as we twist. And back. Inhale, tall, and twist. Good. And back. Good. And then legs are going to open into a straddle. Our feet flexed, a little straddle, not too wide. For saw, anchor those hips and then twist over to one side, reach across for that leg, lift up and back to center, nice and tall, and adjust your band so you feel some resistance. You feel a little tautness to hold you in place. Inhale, tall, rotate and reach across. Good, nice full breath. And the band just kind of helping us keep our arms in the right position, right? Anchoring the hips. And when you're even on both sides, feeling a little bit stretched out, you can end there. Make sure you're even though on both sides. And then when we come to sitting up, we can release the band, pull it up behind us over our head, bring your legs back into a diamond, or if you need to sit cross-legged, you can. That'll work too. And then bringing the band up over our head, feeling our rib cage and over our pelvis, our shoulders down, right? And we're just going to pull it apart again as if we were, like we did it at the beginning. You might pull it behind you and then in front. Might lift it up. And you might pull it behind you if you're able to without moving yourself, bending forward, right? If you're able to get your arms back far enough like that to open the shoulder. Good, and release. Little pull and release. Doesn't have to be that much resistance here, just a little bit. It really opens the shoulder, works that shoulder joint, shoulder girdle rather, all those muscles. Last one. Good, and then when you come up, go ahead and let your arms relax for a moment, give them a little shake. And then we'll bring our band overhead and take a side bend. So arm by the ear and this hand comes to the ground. Yeah, just stretching, looking up. And then we'll open to the ceiling. So arm goes a little bit back, opening chest. And then back to side, and then turning our chest to point down, just letting that arm stretch all the way down. Reach it out and lift up. Take it over to the other side, that arm by the ear, and a little side stretch. And then turning to look up. Okay, so that arm goes a little bit back, we open. And then back to side and rotate to face the chest down, let that arm all the way down and feel a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. Good, and reach it out, facing forward and lifting up. And just holding the band, you're gonna roll forwards, flatten the back and lift. And circle the band, basically reach it out, flatten the back. And reach it out, flatten and lift. Good, last time, just give them the back a little stretch and lift up. Great, and then we can say adieu, au revoir to our band. Okay, thank you all for coming. We'll hit the button.